This is an art attack? This is an art attack. This is Art Attack! Hello there. How'd you turn one of these into one of these? An ancient warrior mask. Come and have a look at this. Now, you can get an old cardboard box from the supermarket or something, then take an A3 size piece of paper and fold it in half like that, with a folded edge down the left-hand side, and then, starting at that folded edge, draw half a shield shape onto your piece of paper, and make sure your shield shape is at least 25 centimetres from top to bottom. And then draw half a mouth shape, again, at the folded edge. And then right in the middle, an eye. And then cut the eye out, and the mouth, and all of that area. And you get something that looks like that. There it is. And then open that out, and you have a paper mask shape. Then take your cardboard box and place your paper mask onto the bottom corner so that the fold of your mask goes along two of these edges of the box. Now, it's a bit tricky to do this, so I'm just going to hold it really carefully. Hold your mask on and then draw around the edge of your paper mask shape onto the cardboard box like that and into the mouth. I'm just doing it quickly here to show you. You can take a bit more time over it, like that, and then again round this side. Again, just carefully holding it into place. From there, and then down there. You know, I think some of these art attacks you have to have 3 hands for. Unfortunately, I've only got 2, but there it is. And then just tip your box over, and these 2 points here, if you just join them at the top, curving it right round the corner, again, you can take more care over it, like that. And then the idea is to cut the whole thing out. Now, it's probably best to pop a hole into the eyes first to make it easier to snip them out, and again, into the mouth like that. When you've cut the whole thing out, you'll have something that looks like this. There it is. At the moment, it's a cardboard mask, and it's featureless, so you've got to pop on some features. Now, take an A4 size piece of paper this time. It can be drawing paper, it can be any old scrap newspaper, anything you like, and just scrunch it roughly into a nose shape. Now, okay, I know you're saying, hold on, that looks nothing like a nose. Well, it will in a minute. And just tape it into position. And again, the great thing is you don't have to be neat with any of these things. And then pop on 2 eyebrows, roughly in the position that you think an eyebrow should go, just above the eye like that. And 1 there like that. And then do the tinier features like around the eyes and around the mouth using some twisted up tissue paper or loo paper. I'm just twisting it there into shape, like that. And then take some PVA glue and just dab that around your eye or around your mouth, wherever you're going to place it. And then stick your twist into position, just modelling it with your fingers as you go. And again, it doesn't have to be neat. And when you've done all your features, you'll have something that looks like that. And see what I've done here? I've even done the hairline around the top, and I've done the mouth and the eyes. And look at this. This sort of curly beard all adds to the ancient Greek warrior effect. Now, take some PVA glue and mix it with some water. 2 parts glue, 1 part water. And take some black tissue paper and just simply paste on your strips of black tissue paper onto your mask. And you've seen me do this before. It's just a case of slopping on the glue and pasting on your tissue paper on top of it. And just keep going over the whole of the mask, inside and out, pressing the tissue paper down into those cracks and creases there. And if it comes back up, just paste it back down again like that. And cover the whole of the mask, inside and out, leave it to dry, and you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. The PVA glue and the tissue paper has gone rock solid. And now the good bit, the messy bit. Let's put on the ancient metallic effect. And again, just scrunch up a ball of tissue paper or loo roll, dip it into some poster paint or acrylic paint. Silver paint works brilliantly for this. And then just use your ball of blue paper, tissue paper, as a brush, and just lightly dab on your metallic effect over the whole of your mask. Just keep dabbing it on. And you notice I'm not pressing it down into those cracks and creases. Well, all the black cracks that are left give this great sort of ancient cracked metal effect. And if you like, I've got some gold paint here. You can just pick out some of your features, like along the nose or along the eyebrows or even on the eyes, and just do the whole mask in the same way. And when it's finished, leave it to dry, and it'll look something like that. Look at that, an ancient warrior's mask. And you can try gold and silver, or you can try just gold or silver. You see, this one here on the right is just gold paint. And what about that one on the left? It's got a helmet on it. And the way I did that is I just scrunched up some newspaper and tissue papered over the top of it. Try it yourself, an ancient warrior's mask.
Hello, it's me, the head. You'll need the corner of a cardboard box, then build up the features with scrap paper and cover the whole lot in black tissue paper and stick it down with PVA glue. When it's dry, add some silver or gold paint. Do you want to see mine? Oh, no! I forgot the cardboard box. Oh! from me. If I hadn't taught him everything I know, he'd have been up the creek without a paddle. Hey, without a paddle! What a wit! Oh!
Have you ever noticed how many different ways there are of drawing eyes? Well, an eye is just basically a lemon shape with a wheel inside it, like that. And the outside of the wheel is the iris, the coloured bit, and you can just draw it as lines like that if you want. And the inside is the pupil, and that's black, and if you colour that in and just leave a little dot like that, it makes it look as if the eye is sparkling. And don't forget the eyelid with lashes on the top lid, wispy lashes, and wispy lashes on the bottom lid, and maybe an eyebrow up top. Now, this is basically a realistic way of drawing an eye, but there are simpler ways. Cartoon eyes. What about doing an M shape like this, with a line at the bottom of it, and then 2 circles in there for the pupils, and I don't even do the iris this time. You don't have to do the coloured bit. And put some V's in, the pupil like this, and watch what happens when you colour them in. If you leave that V, it makes it look as if the eyes are really sparkling. And don't forget the lids and the eyebrows. And there's an even simpler way of drawing cartoon eyes. You've probably done this many times before. It's just circles with dots inside the circles. And if you put the dots on the right-hand side, the eyes are looking to the right. If you put the dots on the left-hand side, the eyes are looking to the left. And again, don't forget your eyelids and your eyebrows. And the eyelids and the eyebrows give your cartoon even more expression. And you know, it's amazing how expressive and versatile your eyes can be. In fact, your eyes can sometimes speak louder than your mouth. Have a look at this comic strip that I've drawn featuring 2 cats, Tom and Jerry, who live in dustbins. Now, I'm not even going to draw the cats, I'm just going to tell the whole story by drawing their eyes, just to show how expressive they can be. Now, early one morning, the alarm rings and it wakes Tom up with a start. And when you're shocked, your eyes are open very wide, tiny pupils, and your eyebrows shoot up in the middle like that. Jerry, on the other hand, was the lazy one. He wasn't bothered at all. In fact, he was still half asleep. And when you're half asleep, your lids get very heavy and they half cover your pupils like that. And again, your eyebrows are up like that. Tom had a sneaky idea. Now, when you're up to mischief, your eyes narrow to slits like that. Look at that. Really mischievous. And this time, your eyebrows come down in the middle. Big mischief. He decided to pick up a wooden mallet and bonk Jerry's dustbin with it with a big clang. Now, this sent Jerry into a complete daze. And when you're dizzy, your eyes, they sort of spin round all over the place, don't they? So this time, I'm not going to draw the pupils as dots. I'm just going to draw them as little curls, one up there and one down there to make it look as if they're spinning round. Your eyebrows go all wobbly all over the place, and you start to see stars. So draw little stars in up there, spinning round. That's a good effect, that. Now, of course, this made Jerry very angry indeed. And when you're angry, your eyebrows come down in the middle, almost to a V, like that. Look at that. And they almost cover your eyes. Now, he was so angry, Tom couldn't bear to look. In fact, he started to fill up. And when you've got tears in your eyes, they go all sparkly, don't they? So I'll just put that V in again to make it look as if his eyes are very sparkly. And draw him filling up, some tears in the bottom there. In fact, you can even draw your eyes shedding tears like that. And again, eyebrows up in the middle. Tom got really worried because he knew what Jerry's temper was like. In fact, he couldn't look at Jerry at all, so he scrunched his eyes up like this. And when you scrunch your eyes up, they almost go to crow's feet, like that. Well, nothing happened, so after a while, he peeped out of one eye, so just draw the pupil in like that. But not to worry, because Jerry had fallen back to sleep again. And when you're asleep, your lids come right down over your eyes, so there's no pupils at all, and your eyebrows are up in the middle. See that? All those expressions created just by drawing eyes. Very expressive and versatile things, eyes. Try it yourself. Experiment with different expressions and draw some cartoon eyes.
Do you know what? I never knew there were so many different ways to draw different types of eyes. But of course, he left one out. Eyeshadow! Get it? Eyeshadow!
Hello, my name is Peter and I drew round a card template lots of times to make my jigsaw picture. Then I coloured it in.
Hello, my name is Mary. I had an art attack by drawing around a template card.
Hello, I'm Tim. To make my picture, I made a template out of a square piece of card, and I drew round it lots of times, and then I coloured it in.
Ah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Create your own jigsaw pattern. But first, you have to create your own jigsaw piece. And to do this, cut out a sheet of thin card, roughly 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres, and draw a very simple shape into one side. So there's a triangle into that side, and then another simple shape into one of the adjoining sides. And you can use any of the two sides as long as they are adjoining. There we are, very simple shape like that. Then cut those shapes out, so you have something that looks like that. Now watch this. Move this piece to the opposite side and position it exactly opposite from where it was cut out. And you have to do that very accurately. I'm just doing it quickly here to show you. You can maybe measure it with a ruler and do the other piece and put that onto the opposite side, exactly opposite from where it was cut out. And when you've done that, take them into position very carefully, and you have a jigsaw piece. There it is. And then place it onto a piece of white paper, a nice big piece of white paper, and just draw around your jigsaw piece to create your jigsaw pattern. And round to the beginning again, and there it is. There's the start of your pattern. And then simply move your jigsaw piece and just slot it in there like you would a jigsaw, and continue with your pattern. And you have to be quite accurate with this, so take some care and some time doing it. But you build up just a fantastic, crazy pattern. There you go. Move your piece again and then slot it in to another section, and keep going. Cover the whole of your paper, and when you're finished, you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that, a crazy jigsaw pattern. And then it's just a case of colouring in these jigsaw pieces into different colours, like that. And there's your jigsaw pattern. And when you've done a simple jigsaw pattern, maybe you can make a jigsaw piece that's slightly more complicated. Look at that. I'll pull that out there and pop it onto the opposite side again. Have to be accurate. And that over to the opposite side, exactly opposite from where it came from. And when you tape those pieces together, you got a piece that looks like that. Look at that, that's wild. And that creates a jigsaw pattern like this. Look at that. And then you can get really silly and make it very complicated. Look at that. And again, it was created from a square, and that creates this pattern. And I've even coloured that pattern in with coloured patterns. Try it yourself. A crazy jigsaw pattern. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!